Hi, I'm Rebecca Olkowski with babyboomster.com, and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. Baby Boomster is for active women over 50, and we talk about all sorts of things about how to live your best life over 50. Most of us are over 60 who are baby boomers, and how to stay active and vibrant and really engaged with what's happening in life right now. So one of the questions that I've been curious about is what women over 60 want out of life. Because we're at a point, hopefully, that you have a little bit more freedom in your life. Maybe your kids have moved out. You have some time to travel, to get around, to do the things that you've always wanted to do. Now that you're no longer maybe working in a career that maybe wasn't your favorite thing. It gives you a chance to pursue other things in life. And so I did some research and came up with a few things that some women are looking for. And one of them is having a passion. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have a romantic relationship because, some of us have been through the mill already. I lost 2 men in my life to cancer. So I'm sort of at the point now where I'm like, I think I'm done with this part. I don't know. I'm leaving it open, but for right now, I'm just not really too excited about taking care of somebody else. But that may not be you. Maybe you're in a great relationship with your husband. But having a passion doesn't always have to do with something romantic. It might be something that you're just super excited about. It could be a hobby, it could be a new career, it could be grandchildren, it could be something to do with your family. There's so many options out there. So once you have something that you're passionate about, you can set goals and find ways to pursue whatever that is. And I think that's so important in our life. I think that, when you stop pursuing some type of dream or goal, you kind of rot away. That's a good way to put it. I mean, I've seen people who've kind of given up and they think, oh, I'm over a certain age, I'm going to die soon. Well, I don't like to think that way. I think that you have a long, long life left to live, and why not just make the best of it in whatever way that you can. Another thing that women are looking for is they want to be around people that share their interests. Because sometimes you find yourself getting stuck with people that tear you down, they're toxic, they're negative, and it can really take a chunk out of your self-esteem. So I think when you're at this point in life, you can start to maybe lose some of those people. It doesn't mean that you have to shut them completely out of your life, but why be around people that drag you down when you don't have to? So you can find other people that share your interests. There's a lot of ways to do that. It might be just joining a meetup group, finding people that like to hike, or they like to knit, or they like to travel, or whatever it is that really gets you excited about life. You can find those people. And you never know what'll happen once you do. I think that we've been very isolated right now, and I know it's hard to get out there and meet people, but even if it's online, where you're connecting with other people, someday all of this is going to pass and we'll be able to get back out there in life again. I think it's coming sooner than later. Another thing that I think that women are very, very concerned about is their own wellness. Because if you're not healthy, you're not going to be happy in your life. And, sometimes you can't avoid getting sick, but you can do what you can do to the best of your ability to stay well. And that means eating good food. My philosophy is to eat smart. You don't have to necessarily give up everything that you love to eat. You don't have to give up food groups if you don't want to. But eating smart to me is just basically staying away from processed food as much as possible, eating fresh, eating lots of fruits and vegetables, maybe accentuating that with whatever type of protein that you like. And Also, getting out and exercising in some way or another. My favorite thing to do that I do every single morning is I get up and I go out for a walk for an hour. And I know that you can't always do that everywhere. You know, if there's a blizzard going on, that might be a little bit hard. I live in Los Angeles, so it's a little bit easier for me to get outside. But any type of movement is so important as we get older because it'll eliminate the aches and pains that you would normally get when you're aging. You know, as long as you're doing it in a moderate way, you're not trying to destroy your knees by maybe jogging if you're not used to it. If that's something you've been doing all your life, then maybe that's not a problem. But for most of us, just getting out and walking, even if it's walking a block, is, you know, really, really helps. It makes you feel so much better. You'll sleep better. You'll feel better about yourself. You'll look better. And it'll keep your cardiovascular system going. It'll help you to remain more flexible. Those things are so freaking important. It's just something that you really need to focus on, I think, to have the best life that you can. You want to feel good about also who you are because, you know, if you don't feel good in your own skin, you're going to feel like your self-esteem takes a hit. And it's really easy to compare yourself to others. I know I do it all the time. Every time I look at Instagram, I'm looking at people that have these gigantic closets and they've got these beautiful homes and everything. I'm single. I've been through a lot of stuff, but I'm really, you know, happy with where I am right now. And you've got to feel good in your own skin and find out who you really are, because sometimes throughout your life, some of that might have been kind of taken away from you. Like, you know, sometimes if you're married to somebody, they want things their way and, you know, maybe your parents are still influencing you in some way, even if they're gone. Sometimes you have to kind of find out who you are individually and create your own individual style and your own individual way of doing things and be happy about it. Everybody's unique, everybody's special, everybody's got gifts. And so if you can find out what those things are and just make them who you are, I think you'll feel much better about yourself. You also want to stay connected to your family and friends. And sometimes that's difficult for some people if you don't have a great relationship with your family. But sometimes you can redefine who your family is in that case. Like, you know, it may not be your blood family. It might just be the people who are around to support you, and they become your kind of surrogate family. So you want to stay connected with them. It's so easy to get isolated, especially right now where people are, you know, they've been stuck in their homes for 2 years. But, you know, stay connected, whether it's even online or if it's by the phone, like, you know, who uses a phone anymore? Your kids probably don't. But, you know, in whatever way that you can communicate with them, stay in touch and you know, really try to nurture good relationships with your family because you're going to need them at some point in your life. And the last thing is you got to drink more wine, right? No, not necessarily. Wine and chocolate, hey, we need it. No. You know, in that case, you have to be careful because I know a lot of people in our age group who overindulge a little bit, you know, because they did maybe in the 60s and 70s. And, you know, you can really create health problems if you aren't doing something like that in moderation. So drinking wine, they recommend for women to just have one glass, like a 5-ounce glass of wine, possibly a day or maybe every few days. But just don't overdo it because there's nothing worse than somebody who's got an addiction problem. Now, as far as chocolate goes, I don't know. I think you can, you know, be a little bit more lax about that as long as it's not affecting your weight because, you know, you don't want to just become this big chocolate blob, which you could easily. I know I could. pamper yourself a little bit. You deserve to be pampered. I think women, especially women over 60, you've lived a long life and you've done a lot of things for other people. Why not pamper yourself a little bit? Self-care is so important when we get older. And even if it's just taking a nap once in a while, I'm not a good napper, but some people are. Getting a massage, having your hair done, whatever it is that makes you feel good. Or, taking a bath, buying yourself something instead of always giving it to somebody else. Just spend some time with you. Find a way to love yourself because you are very special. So what I would like to know is what you're looking for in life. And if you could leave that in a comment, that would be really incredible because I think it would be great to share. What is it that you're looking for now that you're over 60? It could be anything. It could be you want to travel the world. It could be you want to help other people, whatever it is. I would just love to know what it is that you're looking for in your life. And thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe and click the notification button. What that does is it will give you notifications when I do a new video, and I'm going to be trying to do more. And now that I kind of got a better setup now, and I did just get my hair done. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.